There's a line in Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov, and if you haven't read that book, you definitely should. I'm going to paraphrase it because I'm a little frazzled right now. But basically, the gist is this. He says that it is wrong to ascribe animal cruelty to humankind because animals are nowhere nearly as cruel as human beings. Humans are artistically cruel, artfully cruel. Yeah. And when you deal with that level of cruelty, and it's not just confined to the MAGA cult, you'll also find it among putative liberals. You'll find it among people such as John Fetterman, who is braying loudly about condemning the property damage in Los Angeles, not saying a goddamn thing about the human beings who were being detained and deported, whisked away from Home Depot parking lots. That's cruelty. That's artful cruelty. That's cruelty that is so committed to the bit that it definitely exceeds any kind of instinctive cruelty that comes from animals. And we are fundamentally animals. We are no different from any kind of fucking shark, except that we absolutely are willfully cruel. And I really wish that we could live in a world in which there wasn't that level of artful and artistic cruelty. I really wish we could live in a world in which people could recognize that we all have common goals, common objectives, and we can build alliances. But no, that's not the world we live in. And John Fetterman, or even some sort of person who identifies as liberal but is really actually fundamentally cruel and doesn't give a shit about anybody but themselves, that is the great capitalist underpinning that, well, inspires artistic cruelty, artful cruelty. Cruelty that really leaves a lasting, searing, and traumatic impression because it's about not viewing another soul as a human being. It's about viewing them as an animal. It's about underestimating their lives, their background. And I really wish that we could live in a world in which that wasn't the case. I really wish we could live in a world in which, well, we actually were kind. Because kindness is a fucking flex. And kindness is often very strong enough when practiced to defeat artful and artistic cruelty. But our system reinforces artful and artistic cruelty. Our system reinforces looking out for yourself. And that's wrong.